Good morning, guys. KDOT 357 coming to you here. Today is Monday, November the 12th. First of all, I'd like to wish you a happy Veterans Day and happy Veterans Day especially to all that have served our country and are serving our country, so that I can do this video this morning so that you guys can do the things that you want to do in this country and have freedom to move about and do the things that you want to do and fulfill your dreams and so forth. So happy Veterans Day. We are open today, our regular hours. We'll be opened up just in a little bit, 10 to 6 today. So come on by and check us out. We've got took in some more new firearms this past weekend. We took in 3 black powder, Thompson Center black powders, used but in extremely good condition and good looking rifles. They're on the wall back here behind me. And any of you looking for a cannon, y'all know what this is? This is a cannon. My goodness, it takes up the whole camera. This is, of course, a Smith & Wesson 500. This is a hand cannon, but you know when you hold it out there, it feels well balanced. It really does. We've got this gun is in here on consignment. It comes with about 300 rounds of ammo and a nice holster rig full of ammo as well. So consignment gun. On consignments, that means all the blue tags in here are consignment guns, long guns, and handguns. And those mean those are out the door prices, okay? So yellow tags are used guns, our guns, and vanilla tags are new guns, our guns. So we have got a concealed carry class coming up this Saturday. There's seats available still in that class. The class fee is just $49. You can register by going to CarolinaFirearmsTraining.com, or you can come by our store. We've also got a class set for December the 1st and for December the 15th. They're all on a Saturday. Okay, so hopefully you can make one of those classes. We generally do them the first and third Saturday of every month, year-round. Also, don't forget, the end of this month, we're holding a free, F-R-E-E, free church safety seminar. We normally hold it at our store. This will be on the 29th. It'll be on a Thursday evening, but this time we're going to be holding it in Siler City. Faith Family Ministries is hosting it this month, and of course I will be there to teach it. It'll run from 7 to 10. So Faith Family Ministries in Siler City, it's located in Chatham Square Shopping Center. That's 225 Chatham Square, Siler City, North Carolina 27344. That location is very centrally located in North Carolina, so it'd be a pretty easy drive from just about any direction. From Sanford, where we're at right now, it's about a 25-minute drive at about the most, 30 minutes at the most anyway. So we'd invite you to come to that. What's that seminar for? It's basically to get churches pointed in the right direction when it comes to starting a safety/security team. And of course, yes, many of those security teams out there are armed. So we're going to discuss all that, and we welcome your thoughts and ideas as well on that as well. I try to save a little bit of time for that at the end of the seminar. And also on that subject, we do a boot camp, which consists of 2 days. The first day or the second day can be on the firing range. We spend most of the day on the range teaching you shooting techniques and things like that when dealing with an armed threat. And the first day or the second day would be ideally at your church. And what we do is we talk about how to limit liability. A lot of it's classroom, most all of it is that day. And then at the end of the day, we finish up with some scenarios. I throw about a dozen scenarios at your church team, and they deal with it, and then we discuss each scenario after each one, the things that your team did right, perhaps some of the things that your team did wrong. And it's not to beat anybody down or anything like that, but it's to learn. You know, that's why they call it training. You learn. It's okay to make mistakes during training, because the idea is we don't want you to make that same mistake when it's for real, okay? I always say, you know, we train for a day we hope never happens. But if it does happen, God forbid, we're going to be much more better prepared because we're better trained, okay? So I'm a law enforcement firearms instructor, got about 15 years of law enforcement experience, and you know, I can get your team up to speed if they're willing when it comes to the shooting part, okay? And then what you'll do is you will I suggest that your team have a standard that they meet, and generally what I like to do is run the teams through the basic law enforcement training course of fire, the standard that's used in North Carolina at most law enforcement agencies, where it starts at the 3-yard line and goes back to the 50, and you'll expend about 50 rounds on that course of fire. It's a day and night shoot, but we'll do just the day shoot, because ideally, if something popped off, it's probably going to be during daylight hours, ideally during the service, during the morning service, which is over about 12. And, these bad guys go to where they have the most target-rich environment, which would be, of course, during church services where you got everybody packed in usually one building. So come on to that seminar on the 29th in Siler City if you'd like to learn more about this process. You're welcome to bring anybody that you want. Ideally, pastors and church leaders come to these seminars, or the individuals that are likely to get these teams started up. But anybody is welcome to come, okay? All right, so transfers. We charge $19 for transfers. And consignments, the way that works is we will sell your gun for you. We buy, sell, and trade here at our gun shop, but we will consign your gun, which means you bring it in here. We charge $15 to put it into the inventory, and I will also put it on my social media as well to help move it. That way you got more eyes on it. And then we just charge 10% whatever the gun sells for. So it's a $500 gun, store gets $50, and we cut you a check for the difference. So if you don't want to deal with having to sell your firearm or deal with the paperwork, knowing that it's going to be transferred lawfully to another person, because we'll handle the ATF paperwork and so forth for you, and all you do is just collect your money after it's sold. So, all right, so I'm going to get on out of here. We're about ready to open up just a minute. I got in here early this morning. I had a bunch of little odds and ends things I was trying to get caught up on, and so come on by and see us. We're located at 1606 Westover Drive, Sanford, NC 27330. We're out here in the Tramway area. Westover Drive runs just alongside of US 1 South, and we've got a banner on our store. It says Gun Shop, so it's real easy. You can see us from the road, okay? When you come in here, if you don't see something that we have in stock, we can get it for you. And if we get it called in, usually before 1, we can have it the next day. That's on firearms, okay? We can have it the next day. Everything else goes regular ground. You're looking at about 3 to 4 days. All right, so I'm going to get out of here. Hey, this cannon's here if you want it. Stay on, stay safe.